Hey there, this is Mrs. Estelle again. We're going to work on decomposing larger numbers, and we are going to focus on the number 2,980. All right, previously we talked about our places and their values. So our values are in blue, and our places are in black. So when we're looking at the ones place, we know it has a value of 1, tens place, 10, hundreds place, 100, thousands place, 1,000. So when we're decomposing a number, we want to think about its parts. We want to know how many ones, how many tens, how many hundreds, how many thousands they have. So if we're looking at the number 2,980, that number has 0 ones, and we're going to pretty much write it. We're not going to use all of the base 10 blocks as of right now, but you can use the base 10 blocks if you want to. So we know right now we have 0 ones. We know that we have 8 tens, 9 hundreds, and 2 thousands. So that is one way that we can just decompose a number. We're going to keep it in its parts that way. Now you can break this number down further. So we can say, let's look at changing out a 10, or changing out 100, or changing out 1,000. All right, so to change out, let's say, our tens place. I can take a 10 away from here to have 7 tens. Now I have to move the 1 10 over into the ones place. So now we'll have 10 ones. I can keep 900s the same, and I can keep the 2,000s the same. I just changed over and took a 10 away from the tens place to place it into the ones place. My number still has the same exact value that it had before. This means that I have 2,000s, 900s, 7 tens, and 10 ones. If I think about 7 tens, that's a value of 70, and the 10 ones is a value of 10. So 70 plus 10 gives me that 80 that I originally had. Just look in there, okay? All right, so we're going to continue. Let's try another way to decompose this number. So another way that I'm going to break down 2,980 with the same value at the end, I'm going to go over to the thousands place. I'm going to take away one of my thousands so that I have 1,000. I'm going to move over 10 hundreds because it takes 10 hundreds to make 1,000. So I'm going to move over 10, and I already have 9. So now I have 19 hundreds. I'm going to leave the 7 tens and the 10 ones the same. But the value of my 1,000 is 1,000, right? Make those look like zeros. And then the value of 1900s is 1,900. And then the value of this is 70. And the value of this is 10. If I was to add those together, just so you can prove your work, 1,000 plus 1,900 gives me 2,900. My 70 and my 10 brings me back to 2,980. So again, the value is the same, but we just decompose the number into different parts. All right, I'm going to take those off the screen, so bear with me, just so we can kind of get where we need to be. Let's try another one. I hope you're ready to try another one. All right, so now I have that 1,000, I have 1900s, and I have 7 tens and 10 ones. So maybe this time I want to change up and I want to break this down. So now I have 1,000. I take away one of the hundreds to leave me with 18. I move 100 over here. So if we think about how many tens does it take to make 100, right? We need 10. So I'm going to have 10 tens over here, plus the 7 I already have, which gives me 17 tens. And I still have 10 ones. So now there are 1,000s, 18 hundreds, 17 tens, and 10 ones. 1,000, that's a value of 1,000. If I have 18 hundreds, that's a value of 1,800. 17 tens has a value of 170 because 17 times 10 is 170. And then 10 ones, that's going to give me 2,980. All right, so hopefully you guys can recognize what's happening here as we are decomposing this number. We still have the same value. We still have the same number, which is the value, right? And we're just taking away maybe 100 and making it tens, or we're taking away tens and making them ones. We're taking away thousands and making them hundreds. We can choose to take from any place and then put it in another place. The value is not changing because we operate on that base 10 system. So it's okay to move things in different positions. All right, boys and girls, I hope you learned something today and I hope you can apply it. You all have a wonderful day.